Hey guys, it's Your Name Channel Name. Today we're diving headfirst into a decade that was all about peace, love, and fashion that could kill a man in a good way. So buckle up, Buttercup, because we're about to explore some of the most iconic fashion trends that define this groovy era. Picture this. It's the 1960s, and women are breaking free from old-fashioned rules. The era is marked by a revolution in style, where traditional boundaries are being pushed and new norms are being established. Women are no longer content with the restrictive and conservative clothing of the past. They are seeking freedom, expression, and empowerment through what they wear. Enter Yves Saint Laurent with his groundbreaking tuxedo dress. This was not just a new piece of clothing, it was a bold statement that challenged the status quo. Yves Saint Laurent saw the potential to transform a traditionally male garment into something that could be worn by women with confidence and style. He took a garment traditionally for men and turned it into a symbol of female empowerment. The tuxedo dress was sleek, elegant, and powerful. It allowed women to step into a space that had been dominated by men and make it their own. This wasn't just a dress, it was a statement. It was a declaration of independence and strength. Women who wore the tuxedo dress were saying that they could be just as authoritative and stylish as any man in a suit. It said, "Yeah, I'm a woman, and I can rock the hell out of a tuxedo." The tuxedo dress became a symbol of the changing times, a reflection of the growing movement for gender equality and women's rights. Women everywhere were ready to ditch the boring old dresses and embrace their inner power suit. The tuxedo dress offered a new way to express individuality and strength, blending the lines between traditional male and female fashion. The tuxedo dress was, and still is, insanely chic. It has stood the test of time and remains a staple in the fashion world, continually inspiring new generations of designers and fashion enthusiasts. Yves Saint Laurent, you were a visionary, and your tuxedo dress will forever be a testament to the power of fashion to break down barriers and empower women. Your creation has left an indelible mark on the world, proving that fashion is not just about clothing, but about making powerful statements and driving social change. Enter Mary Quant, the British designer who basically invented the mini skirt and sent shockwaves through the fashion world. Can you imagine a time when showing off your knees was considered scandalous? Yeah, me neither. But back then, it was a big deal. Mary Quant was all about breaking free from old-fashioned rules. The miniskirt was a symbol of youthful rebellion, a giant middle finger to the establishment. It's a timeless classic that can be dressed up or down, and it always makes a statement. So thank you, Mary Quant, for giving us the gift of the miniskirt, and for reminding us that fashion should be fun, fearless, and always a little bit rebellious. No discussion about 1960s fashion would be complete without mentioning the explosion of color that took over the decade. Think vibrant oranges, electric blues, shocking pinks and lime greens that would make your eyes water. It was like someone took a rainbow and threw up all over the fashion scene. Bold prints and patterns were also huge during this time. Think psychedelic swirls, geometric shapes, and floral designs that were so loud and proud they could practically be heard from space. It was a time for experimentation and pushing boundaries, and fashion was the perfect outlet for all that creative energy. Let's talk about a fashion staple that truly exploded in the 1960s and has never gone out of style: jeans. Back in the 1960s, jeans were more than just a fashion statement, they were a symbol of rebellion. Before the 1960s, jeans were mostly associated with cowboys, laborers, and James Dean. But as the younger generation embraced a more casual style, jeans became a symbol of youthful rebellion. They represented a rejection of traditional fashion rules and a celebration of individuality. By the end of the decade, over 200 million pairs of jeans were sold in the US alone. That's a whole lot of denim. Let's talk about a footwear phenomenon that defined the 1960s. Go-go boots. These bad boys were like the ultimate symbol of mod fashion. But what exactly were go-go boots and why were they so popular? Picture this. It's the mid-1960s and the mod fashion scene is exploding. Miniskirts are all the rage and women need a shoe that can keep up with their stylish strides. Enter the go-go boot, a mid-calf or knee-high boot with a chunky heel and a rounded toe. They were typically made of leather or vinyl and came in a rainbow of colors and patterns. These boots were made for grooving and they added an instant dose of cool to any outfit. Sunglasses are a fashion staple in any decade. But in the 1960s they reached new levels of fabulousness. This was the era when sunglasses became more than just a practical accessory. They became a bold fashion statement that could define an entire look. I'm talking about oversized sunglasses, the kind that could shield you from the sun, the paparazzi, and maybe even a bad breakup all at the same time. These sunglasses were not just large, they were larger than life, embodying the spirit of the 1960s with their audacious designs. They were big, they were bold, and they were the epitome of 1960s cool. These sunglasses were more than just an accessory. They were a statement of confidence and individuality, a way to stand out in a crowd. Think cat eye frames, round lenses, and geometric shapes that screamed mod fashion. These designs were not just about aesthetics, they were about pushing the boundaries of what was considered fashionable. And let's not forget the colors. The 1960s were a time of vibrant self-expression, and sunglasses were no exception. From classic black and tortoiseshell to vibrant hues like pink, yellow, and green. These colors were not just for show, they were a reflection of the era's bold and adventurous spirit. Oversized sunglasses weren't just about making a fashion statement, they were also a symbol of glamour and mystery. They allowed the wearer to hide behind a veil of sophistication and allure. They added an air of intrigue to any outfit, and they were the perfect way to channel your inner Hollywood starlet. Whether you were a celebrity or just wanted to feel like one, oversized sunglasses were the ultimate accessory for adding a touch of drama and elegance to your look. Let's talk about a trend that's synonymous with the 1960s counterculture movement, tie-dye. This psychedelic print was everywhere. It was all about embracing individuality, expressing your inner hippie and getting a little crafty. Tie-dye emerged from the counterculture movement, which was all about peace, love, and challenging the status quo. It was a rejection of mass-produced fashion and an embrace of handmade, one-of-a-kind pieces. Tie-dye was all about embracing imperfection and celebrating the beauty of individuality. It was a way to express your creativity, spread a message of peace and love, and stand out from the crowd. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're about to dive into the world of psychedelic patterns, a trend that perfectly captured the mind-bending, groovy vibes of the 1960s. These patterns were like optical illusions on fabric, filled with swirling colors, geometric shapes, and abstract designs. Psychedelic patterns were inspired by the psychedelic art movement, which was all about exploring altered states of consciousness. These patterns were designed to evoke a sense of movement, energy, and sensory overload. From dresses and skirts to shirts and pants, psychedelic patterns were everywhere. These patterns were all about embracing the unconventional and challenging the norms of traditional fashion. Get ready to mod out, fashion lovers, because we're about to explore the world of mod fashion, a trend that took the 1960s by storm. This was a time when fashion was not just about clothes but about making a statement. The mod movement was a cultural revolution that started in London and quickly spread across the globe, influencing not just fashion but music, art, and lifestyle. This British invasion wasn't just about music, it was about a whole new attitude, a youthful energy reflected in the clothes. The mod style was characterized by its boldness and its break from traditional fashion norms. It was a way for young people to express their individuality and their desire for change. Mod fashion was all about sharp tailoring, clean lines, and a minimalist aesthetic. Think sleek, fitted suits for men and women, often in monochromatic colors or simple patterns. The look was both sophisticated and edgy, a perfect reflection of the modernist ethos. It embraced a more androgynous look with A-line dresses, tailored suits, and mini-skirts paired with sleek turtlenecks or Peter Pan collars. This was a time when fashion blurred the lines between genders, allowing for more freedom and creativity in personal style. Geometric patterns, stripes, and polka dots were also popular, adding a playful touch to the mod aesthetic. These patterns were often bold and eye-catching, making a statement that was impossible to ignore. And let's not forget the accessories. Oversized sunglasses, go-go boots, and colorful tights were essential for completing the mod look. These accessories were not just add-ons but integral parts of the outfit, each piece contributing to the overall vibe of youthful rebellion and chic sophistication. Let's talk about the ultimate mod icon, Twiggy. This British model took the world by storm in the 1960s, becoming the face of mod fashion. With her androgynous look, pixie cut, and big doe-eyed stare, Twiggy was a breath of fresh air in the fashion industry. Twiggy's look was all about embracing a more boyish silhouette. She rocked mini skirts and dresses with flat shoes or go-go boots, often pairing them with colorful tights and oversized sweaters or jackets. Her signature pixie cut, a stark contrast to the bouffant hairstyles popular at the time, became her trademark. Twiggy was more than just a pretty face. She was a symbol of youthful rebellion and a changing world. And there you have it, folks. A whirlwind tour of the most iconic fashion trends that defined the fabulous, groovy, and sometimes downright outrageous 1960s. From the mini skirt to tie-dye and everything in between, this decade was a wild ride of self-expression, breaking boundaries, and embracing individuality. So whether you're a fan of mod fashion, psychedelic patterns, or just a good pair of jeans, there's no denying that the 1960s left an undeniable mark on the world of fashion. Until next time, stay groovy.